Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Yep, we're good. How's it going, guys? I am the Texas Meme. Welcome back to the channel and to another video. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Thank you guys so much if you guys are watching live or if you guys are watching after the live stream has ended. Thank you guys so much for doing so. Also, I want to give a big shout out to everybody that has subscribed recently, making it where my channel has gotten to 35 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for doing so. I really do appreciate it, and I love your guys' love and support for the channel. Thank you guys so much for doing so. And also, I want to inform you guys that October 30th, around 2:30 p.m., I will be doing a Halloween stream. Yes, I realize Halloween is not until the 31st, but because of my job, I'm going to be working on Halloween, so I will be doing an early Halloween stream on the 30th at 2:30 p.m. my time, and I will be streaming Doom 2016, Alien Isolation, Resident Evil 7, and maybe some other quote-unquote horror games. So look forward to that. And then with that said, we're going to get right into this. This is my review for the 2019 Joker film. So I want to let you guys know, first off, there will be no spoilers in this review whatsoever. So if you haven't seen Joker, you don't need to be worried. I'm not going to spoil any plot points or the ending or anything like that. I'm just going to be doing a general overview type of review. And if you guys want me to talk about spoilers, I will talk about that in another video. So let me know about that if you want me to talk spoilers in a separate video in the comment section. So first off, I had no expectations for this movie at all. I didn't care to see this film. I didn't want to really see this film. I kind of just got dragged along to go see it last night. And I was just like, do I really need to see a 2-hour film about Joker's origin story? Like, everyone knows he gets dunked into a vat of acid and, you know, he becomes mentally cuckoo. He becomes a mob boss and he becomes, you know, Batman's arch nemesis. Do I really need to spend 2 hours of my life watching a movie of how Arthur becomes Joker? And I was just like, I don't care. I really don't care to see this film. So my expectations were low. So I really wasn't critiquing this movie as much as I probably should have. I was just enjoying the ride from point A to point B. And it's definitely worth seeing. It's worth your ticket price. It's worth seeing matinee and full price. I'm going to get this movie on Blu-ray for sure. And I highly encourage you guys to check this film out, see it at the big screen, rewatch it. It's one of those movies that you're going to need to see at least 5 times to understand everything that's in the film, because this film does not tell you word for word what's going on. There's a lot of interpretations that you're going to have to make based on what's going on in the film. There's a lot of things that are on screen and nothing's being said, and that leaves it open to interpretation. And I like those types of films because we don't get a lot of them. And this film does it in a good way. So, yeah, go see this film. Just because of what I just said, I also have a feeling that in the future, this film's going to get forgotten about, and it's going to become like a hidden gem. It's going to be a movie that people have seen, and they're going to forget, and they're going to be like, oh, you know, let's go watch the Joker movie. I'm like, Joker movie? Yeah. And it's going to become a forgotten gem, and that's going to be sad. So the acting also was amazing. Amazing acting. They did a lot of good casting, and the person that they got to play Joker, props to him, did a phenomenal job. So for the story, like I said, I'm not spoiling anything. No spoilers, I promise. So for the story, you really feel sad about Arthur / Joker within the very first 5 minutes. He's a nobody. He starts off as a nobody, and it's really cool to see him go from the poorest of the poor and work his way up through society, and his eventual translation into becoming the Joker was really cool to see. And I think they did it really well. It wasn't rushed either. They took their time building up to the point of he him becoming the Joker, and the climax is him becoming Joker. And when he does, you're like, oh shit. Also, this film has many dark and funny twists and turns that I did not expect. There was a few that I knew was coming, and I was kind of like, okay, can we get to it already? And then there were some that I'm just like, wait, what? I was like, oh, that is so cool that they did that. Like I said, I don't want to talk spoilers, but if you know about the dark and funny twists and turns that I'm talking about, if you've seen the film already, you know what I'm talking about. They were unexpected. um, Also, the Joker laugh. The actor that did his laugh for the Joker, it's contagious. There is when I went and saw it last night, the whole audience was laughing. I was like, I couldn't help but laugh with the Joker. I'm just like, it was just spot on, and I loved it. Um, Also, for the first half of the film, you really don't want the Joker to come out. You really want it just to be Arthur. You want Arthur to not become Joker. You want Arthur to just be like, you want him not to be the stupid, boring, and poor person. You do want him to, you know, move up through society, but you don't want him to become the mass maniac that we all know. You don't want him to become the Batman's arch nemesis. And what was weird is, like, once Joker does come out, at least for me, it gave me a greater understanding as to why Joker does what he does, because I can understand his viewpoints and his rage towards upper society. And so you end up kind of rooting for Joker towards the end because you understand his backstory now. The ending. Like I said, no spoilers, but the ending to this film was special and shocking. And it's going to require you to watch this movie again and again and again. It's got one of those endings that's similar to Inception, where you're left wondering, you know, was this movie a memory? Was it a dream? Was it just him doing all this stuff, and then at the end he's in this one place, and you're like, did all that happen and now he's here? Was it like a time jump? So this movie is going to have a lot of different theories and interpretations about critical moments in the film and the ending as well, and I think that's really cool. um This film also has no stunt doubles. So all the action, like the chase scenes and whatnot, there are no stunt doubles. So there's a scene, and you can look this up online, where these two detectives, they're chasing Arthur, and he's becoming Joker. They're chasing Arthur throughout Gotham, and Arthur ends up getting hit by, I believe, a taxi. That was not part of the original script. That was just added in. So when they're running around the streets and whatnot, that's actual live footage. That's not CGI background. Everyone that you're seeing while they're getting chased and whatnot, those are just normal people. Those aren't actors and actresses. And that was a really cool thing to know. Also, something that really, Joker as a character has to do is blend dark elements with funny jokes. And it's really hard to get those two things meshed together and to come together cohesively. This film does an amazing job at not only being a drama character piece with dark elements, but it also has the ability to do all that and mix in humor. Like, there are certain critical moments that you're like, it just got really dark. And like immediately after the dark element has ended, it goes into a joke about the dark element. And I'm like, awesome. This movie is rated R, so keep that in mind. There is some quote unquote brief nudity. You don't get to see anything. It's more of a imagery type of thing. So do keep that in mind. And there is a couple violent scenes. Like, there is a scene where somebody literally gets their head smashed into a wall. They don't show you much. They do show you blood, and it's very intense. The sound design of dude's head getting smashed in is really intense. So keep that in mind. I would not recommend seeing this, if you're underage. um, Also, this film can be a little bit slow for some people. But, a lot of people I've talked to before I went and saw this said this movie's going to be a slow burn. And I'm like, well, I've seen slow burn films like Ad Astra, and that put me to sleep. So I was like, okay, I sure hope this Joker film isn't a slow burn that puts me to sleep. This is a slow type of burn, but you don't feel like it is because you're invested into Arthur's character. And those slow moments are needed to build his character up and show you his backstory. So it is a slow burn, but it's an interesting slow burn character piece. Also, this film does have no political or religious nonsense in it. I mean, there are some things here and there, but they're not like stabbing you, to death with a statement or a message. Like it's there just to be like, hey, we included you, be happy, but they don't. It's not part of the story, which I'm like, good. Um, and lastly, this film does not say, like I said, this film doesn't require you. I'm sorry, this film doesn't say everything to you. It really requires you as the audience to focus. And if you walk away during the film, you're going to miss something important. They crunched this movie into a good 2-hour runtime, and if you walk away, you're going to miss something critical. Now, it might seem small to you, but I promise you, that small thing it adds to the climax and the epic conclusion of this film. With that said, guys, I'm going to give Joker 2019 a 9 out of 10. It's a really amazing film. I highly encourage you guys to check it out. It's worth your ticket admission. And I'm going to get it on Blu-ray and watch it again and again with other people in the future. I've got a lot of people that have said, I don't want to see Joker. It's another Joker film. And I completely agreed with them. I went and saw it last night. I had a blast. And if you're skeptical about seeing it, that's perfectly fine. I understand why. Check it out, guys. It's worth seeing. It's a really amazing thriller Joker film. You guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.